Hey everyone, welcome to the last day of the year and the last monthly favorites. I have beauty favorites, fashion favorites, and lifestyle favorites. So let's jump in with beauty first. Let's talk about what is on my face. I'm testing a few new products, so I should say, as in all my videos, if you are new or never checked out the description box where it says show more, click on that, and towards the bottom of the description box, it always says what I'm wearing. It will list what I'm wearing. One of the things that is a favorite, not first impression, is this palette that has fingerprints all over it. This is the ColourPop Bare Necessities palette. I was hesitant to order this when I first saw this on social media because everyone was talking about how huge this palette is, physically huge and not conducive to traveling, blah, blah, blah. This is not, it's not that much bigger than my hand. So I'm not sure what that was about, but it's not a small palette as far as color options. There's quite a few options here. I haven't swatched every single one of these. This is not a in-depth review of the palette itself, but I've played a lot with the top row and a couple of the more neutral brown shades. It's a great palette. It's obviously very much a neutral warm palette, and it has everything that I am looking for. Most of the shades are incredible. There's a couple on the more metallic shimmery, at least one, I should say one, this one right here, in fact, that is not as creamy as the other ones, but still has great color payoff. Whatever. It is a great palette for the price, and if you are a neutral to warm neutral lover, you will love this palette. Another beauty favorite, relatively new, but I'm really pleased with it. It's the what are they calling themselves? I heard they changed their name, but the packaging still says Revolution, Makeup Revolution. It's the Conceal and Hydrate Concealer. Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Concealer with Hyaluronic Acid and Acai. Medium to full coverage concealer. I have it in the shade C2, which is great for my under eye. A little too light for blemishes on the face, although I have tried it and I love how it covers that as well. I need to go back and find a shade that matches for my face, but I love this concealer. A little bit does go a long way, so I do kind of have to wipe off the applicator. It's like a doe foot applicator with a little divot inside it to give it just a little more. So I just kind of scrape it off and then apply if I need a little extra brightness here, which this month I very much have needed a little extra help. I've been super tired this month. It's been a month with the kids home and tired. Okay, leave it at that. Okay, moving along. I think I mentioned this in a bit. I can't even remember. I don't even know what's going on in my life. But if I haven't mentioned it, I'm mentioning it now. Buxom had sent me a bunch of PR, which I like receiving PR for a variety of reasons. But the big one being, if I'm not familiar with the brand, it's a really nice way to learn more about something that I might not go out and purchase on my own, having, not knowing much about it. And they won me over. So this was part of I did talk about this. This was part of a set that I was going to buy during the Sephora sale in November, and they sold out of it everywhere. Sephora, Nordstrom, Ulta, everyone that carried it. And Buxom sent me the set. I actually have it in the full size as well. What I'm talking about, my particular favorites, it's the Buxom Full-On Plumping Lip Polish in the shade Dolly, which is what I have on, and the coordinating lip liner, the Plump Line lip liner, which doesn't plump, it's just a lip liner, in the shade Dolly. I feel like I talked about this in some monthly favorites. Whatever. If I have, it's obviously really good because I'm talking about it again. Love it. They've been living in my purse. I do like these tiny little sizes. Another thing they sent me that I just got around to trying that I love is their eyeliner. It's the Hold the Line waterproof eyeliner. I don't think it's waterproof, but it's a good eyeliner, and it's in the shade Come Over, which is just a deep dark brown. It's my favorite color for eyeliner. Not as harsh as black, but gives you sort of that effect, especially on fair skin or older skin. I think it's a little more. I just think it wears a little nicer on those two age groups or those two categories. And I have it on now. You can barely see it, but it's really creamy and it glides beautifully. I think I like the application better than my other current and all-time favorite eyeliner, which is the Flower Gel eyeliner in Bronzed Out. I wish this wasn't a sharpening kind. I wish it was just the kind you wind up, but I think that's what makes this creamier, is that it's the kind that needs to be sharpened. So you can't have everything. Really, really like this. Haven't tried it in any other colors though. Sticking with Buxom, this feels like a sponsored video. It's not, but it's heavy on the PR from Buxom. They sent me a bunch of blushes. It's their Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush, which reminds me of the Clinique Cheek Pop blushes. Those also have primer in it. And the shade that I've been wearing, I think almost every day in December, is the shade Seychelles. It's the island that I've never been to. It's this beautiful, look at this, it matches very nicely. It's just a really nice, soft, neutral to a little mauvey pink. Wearing it now. I love it. I love how soft it is. It comes in a lot of other shades. If this isn't your thing, there's some really bright shades and coral shades, but this nice, soft, neutral, wearable shade is beautiful. Love it. And you may notice that I'm a little more luminous than usual. That might be the foundation I'm testing. It's the CoverGirl Olay Radiance, but it might also be the setting powder that is not new, but as I'm rearranging and reorganizing as we move into 2020, I just rediscovered an old favorite, the Laura Mercier, what is the official name? Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. I have it in the shade 1. As you can see, it has been well loved and it's still loved, and I wouldn't set my foundation, but definitely to finish it at the very end of all my makeup application. It just sort of melts everything together, melds it together as well, and gives a nice soft glow and brings a little bit of life back into my face. I love it. I can't imagine why I put it away. Probably because I got into summer and I don't like to add any luminosity to my face in the summer months because it's so hot where I live that you're sweating and that's all you need. But I'm glad I brought it back out for a winter time. Winter being it's like 70 degrees, but whatever. And then 2 nail polish colors that I want to mention. I feel like they fall into beauty. Starting with what's on my fingers, except for my little accent nail that came from the beauty salon, nail salon. But the other 8 fingers, it's Orly Rage, which is not new. I have this tiny little baby bottle that I've been carrying around for a while. It's still around, and it's a beautiful sort of soft rose gold metallic. I love it. It's great for this time of year. It's great year round, but I think it's a really festive, fun color, and it's opaque, and I love it. Brought it back out. Been getting a lot of questions about what's on my nails. Orly Rage. Did you just hear Rowdy moan? I did. And then I wore this the first half of December. My manicurist told me this might be the most perfect red she's ever seen in her life. I loved it as well. It's from the Zoya holiday collection. It is Zoya Tanya, and it might be the most beautiful, perfect, creamy, opaque, neutral red I've ever seen. And the formula is always the same, but for some, I mean, I'm assuming it's always the same formula that they come up with, but somehow this one applied straight out of the bottle just so perfectly. It just flowed across my nail, and all Zoya polishes hold up extremely well for me, but this one was exceptional. So if you're looking for just a true, beautiful red, any time of year, for Valentine's Day, what have you, try Zoya Tanya. It's gorgeous. I know you can get it on the Zoya website. I'm not sure if you can find it at Ulta or not. Those are the only 2 places I know of that carry Zoya consistently. Let's move on to fashion. Pajamas count? I think they count. Did a lot of lounging at home this month, as you do over the holidays, and I got a lot of use out of these pajamas from Soma. I've mentioned them a gajillion times, so I don't need to go into that much more detail. They're from the Cool Nights line, my favorite line of pajamas. I have a couple sets of this kind. I have more of a summer cami type setup. I have 2 of those. I have a nightgown from this line. I love this line. When it's on sale, I try to grab at least 1 pair. I also have a robe I bought a lot of pieces, now that I think about it, from Soma, from the Cool Nights collection. This is my newest edition. I love them, and what can I say? They just stand out, my favorite, even though they're pajamas. I wouldn't wear them out of the house, but they're home fashion, let's call it. As far as clothing I will wear out of the house and have worn out of the house, the standout favorite is something you saw a couple videos ago, the leopard print sweater with the hot pink accent on the collar, or I guess you call it a collar. Absolutely love that sweater. It's just fun. I love the pink and the animal print together. And I found this sweater. I have to give credit where credit is due. I found this sweater on my friend Natasha's Instagram stories. She is known as Nashville Tash on Instagram. Hello Happiness is her blog. If you are not following her, I'd be surprised because she has well over 100,000 followers on Instagram. But if you're not, I will link her down in the description box. She's a delight. Anyway, she was supposed to be on our little blogging trip that we did in Houston, but she had a scheduling conflict at the last minute and had to cancel because she was speaking at a conference. She was like the keynote speaker. But anyway, she recommended this sweater and this boutique called the Pink Lily Boutique, and it's the first time I've ever ordered from there. It was a very pleasant experience. I will definitely be ordering from there again, but I loved this sweater, and it is the perfect length to wear with leggings or over jeans or what have you, and it's soft, and it was just love it. So definitely a favorite. And then the last fashion favorite is an Amazon sweater. Not this one, although this is an Amazon sweater and I love it, but the one that I just got in my Amazon haul, this sort of like window pane sweater. I think my color I chose was khaki. The hardest part of picking that sweater was deciding what color I wanted to order. It comes in about 6 or 7 colors. It's a really nice, lightweight, easy to wear soft sweater, great to tuck into pants, jeans, what have you, or wear over leggings. Either way, I liked everything about it. So definitely a standout favorite for December as well. Now let's move into lifestyle favorites that are so random. I don't even know where to start. I'm just going to grab what's in front of me. I alluded to finding something to help me sleep through the night. This isn't going to help everyone, but it's probably going to help a lot of you. A friend of mine who you may know from YouTube, Dr. Danny, here on YouTube. She has a beauty YouTube channel. I'll link her up there and down there. She recommended earplugs. Earplugs. I am a light sleeper. I thought I wasn't, but I am. And all kinds of things wake me up, like snoring. And I'm not just referring to my lovely husband, who, although he insists he does not snore, I have recordings on my phone to prove otherwise, but Rowdy snores, Mimi snores. I got these. These are from Walgreens. Here's the box. And I'll link the exact ones below from Walgreens. These so far are my favorites. They're just foam earplugs. They're good for 32 decibels. Super soft foam, disposable. I don't know if they're latex free or not. It does not say on the box. Danny recommended these specific ones from Amazon. These are latex free. These have the highest ratings for sure on Amazon. They are a 29 noise reduction rating. So they're not they're a little bit more noise technically gets through, but I feel like these are just a little bit softer and a little more comfortable. Whichever one, they're very effective. You can hear nothing, which is the first time you use it a little odd. So, if you have to get up for an alarm, it might not be the most effective way to sleep through the night because you might sleep right through that alarm. But if it's a night where you just know you've got to get a good night's sleep and you don't have to worry about waking up for an alarm, or you're sleeping next to someone who can wake you up, try earplugs. Another sort of ritual I've gotten into is drinking a nice warm cup of tea. Thank goodness it hasn't made me wake up to have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, but I've been drinking this during the day too, and the one that has stood out is just so good, daytime or nighttime, is the Twinings, and it has to be Twinings, lemon and ginger tea. I've tried some other brands that are lemon and ginger, and they have no flavor. This is strong in lemon and in ginger. If you're not a ginger fan, you're going to hate this. So you can definitely taste both, but it's so good. This is my second box already. Shane has gotten into it as well. We love it. Just a regular grocery store thing. I will not be linking tea. Like, you can get this at your grocery store. Another lifestyle favorite that might have been my number one bestseller for December when I started kind of looking at the analytics were my new towels, the spa towels from Target. They are incredible. Not only do y'all love them, I'm going to slowly replace all the towels in my house with these things. They are so soft. They are so luxurious. They are so inexpensive compared to all the other towels I've ever bought. They wash well, they dry well, they come out just as soft as before. You know how sometimes when you wash towels, especially white towels, they get a little, not crunchy, that sounds disgusting, but they're just not as soft as when you first bring them home. These have held up. I'm so impressed. Target once again for the win. Yay, Target. So if you haven't tried these yet, just start small with like a hand towel. They're incredible. I would be remiss if I didn't mention a couple of Hanukkah favorites, the new decorations that I've added to my collection. One of them was my little Hanukkah tree, my winter tree, that's still set up behind me because I'm not taking those down until January. I'm just not. They're pretty and it makes me happy, and it's gonna look barren and sad when I put everything away. But I loved this little tree. I think it just added exactly what I was looking for to my centerpiece on my dining room table. Love that it's on Amazon. I love that it lights up. I love that I can manipulate the branches. It's perfect and it made me happy. Small little addition, but I loved it. And then the garland that I added to, I'm pointing like you can see, I'll put a picture in it. The garland that I added to my staircase this year was exactly what I was looking for, to just marry lights and something extra to the staircase, to just make it a wintry feel without the greenery and going too Christmassy. So it's perfect. So I'm so pleased and glad I could snatch those up. So those are definitely my favorites from Hanukkah decor this year. Love them. Obviously you can go for any holiday, but they worked very well for my Hanukkah decor. And speaking of Hanukkah, I've had a few requests to share my favorite latke recipe. Latkes are potato pancakes, and to do a demonstration of cooking them. Well, here's the thing. I don't have like this family secret recipe that's been handed down from the generations. It's literally, I can't remember that. It's Simply Potatoes, I think is the brand name. They're the refrigerated, pre-shredded hash brown potatoes. I am not going to spend my holidays shredding potatoes from scratch, and then you have to squeeze out the moisture, and it's sort of like a 50-50 shot. Your potato pancakes are going to come out crispy or they're going to come out soggy. No, someone's already done the work for me. I just need to go buy them. So I use the Simply Potatoes recipe that's on the internet. I will put it in the description box. I tweak it a little bit. So here we go. Go get the recipe. Go get the Simply Potato hash browns in the refrigerated section of your grocery store, and go get the recipe that I will have linked below. The only change is I use 1 whole grated carrot and I use 1 whole chopped up onion. And the recipe suggests you fry the potato pancakes in 1 tablespoon of oil. No, you cover the whole bottom of the pan in the oil of your choice. I don't know how you could fry latkes in anything other than like a ton of oil. So other than that, I follow the recipe. It calls for a tablespoon of flour. I use gluten-free flour. You can use all-purpose flour, whatever your personal flour favorites are. The carrot adds a little hint of sweetness that you don't get without it. It also adds a little nutritional value, and it gives them a really nice golden color that you don't normally get without it. So no one would know there's a carrot in there unless they're reading your recipe. Michael and I binge watched on ESPN Plus Peyton's Places. It is a documentary with Peyton Manning of the 100 years of NFL history. I love Peyton Manning. I think he's hysterical. He is great TV to watch, and it was really interesting. I love football, so I should put that in there. If you're a sports fan, if you like football even like a little bit, it was fascinating to watch, and you go all over the country and you learn all kinds of history, and they're like little 20, 25-minute episodes. So if you have access to ESPN Plus, highly recommend it. There's 20 some odd episodes, so you can do a little binge watching. Anyway, those are my December favorites. I cannot believe this. This is the end of 2019. This is insane. I cannot believe it. The end of a decade. It marks 9 years. I started my channel in 2010. So here we are, 9.5-ish years in, and we're moving to the next decade of, wow. Okay, so if you're watching the day I have uploaded this, be safe tonight. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve. Be careful. And I will see you here next year. This is crazy. In 2020, where we will be going through a best of series for a few videos. Best of beauty, best of fashion, best of lifestyle, the top viewer picks from 2019 across all categories. And then we will get on with our regular programming. Whatever that is. I haven't decided yet. But that's what's coming up. So if you're not already subscribed, fix that right away. You can hit that button right there. It's free. And like I said, Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with me. Be safe. I love you all, and I'll see you in 2020. Bye.